This one's Eupatorium Pepurium, and this one's my own particular cultivar called Skinny Mini. If you're looking for something that's bee friendly, you ain't going to go far wrong by choosing any Eupatorium Pepurium or any of the Eupatoriums really. Now this one today must have 20-30 bees all over it, little bumblebees. I think they're called white-tailed bumblebees, not sure of the proper name. There's little other little bees out there, honeybees I've spotted up there, but it's just absolutely covered in them. The butterflies do visit it from time to time, but the bees seem to enjoy it more. This plant is now approximately 7 foot tall, and it does this every single year. It kind of retains this skinny look about it. I often have to take the odd little shoots off like those there, but usually it's not a problem. You can leave them if you want to. It's a hardy perennial, and it does well in quite moist soil. So if you've got moist soil, it'd be even better. Now here it's on some heavy chalk, which is quite retaining of moisture, so it does okay here, but it's also on a really sloping part of the garden, so it would drain away naturally. So you can see from that it does really well. Now it has these stunning leaves, and from day one these leaves stay quite compact, like these taller ones at the top. The ones further towards this top. And it has this kind of tinge of purple to each of the leaves. A lot of them do that. This one particularly stands well. And that purple colour is further on now. It's opening up for the bees to be pollinated. And it has a tighter clump flower to start with, which I call metallic purple usually, and because it is more metallic. Now it goes in most styles of border, but particularly well in a sort of a watery type area. So if you've got a pond, maybe stick it to the side of the pond. It'd do really well there. It'll go in any border. I have several of this particular cultivar simply because I'm trying to spread it around really. I want to get it out there to more people, and I'm really the only one with it at the moment, apart from a couple of friends who I let have it in the past. There you go, there's a butterfly flying around, and as I said, it gets the occasional butterfly. It didn't decide to land on it. Oh, it's landing on the one further up. Anyway, we have other little smaller versions of it. These are just splits from the same plant, so they're just a smaller clump, and they will reach over 6 foot eventually, if not 7. There's another clump here, and I've got it in a bit of a mixed border. So I've got it with my ornamental grasses, because I really like ornamental grasses, as my regular viewers will know. And it's just a good plant. From the word go, it's a nice plant. It produces, obviously, the shoots to start with, which are really deep, reddy, purple colour, and then it just continues growing. Now it will seed true to itself, or at least look like Eupatorium Pepurium, and you will find seedlings around. And I recommend that you sort through those seedlings, and if there's any deeper, darker coloured looking ones, then select those out, because they'll be the best ones to pick. And that's just what I did with this one in 2003. I grew a batch of 9 of them, and this one just stood out from the crowd. It was totally a different colour to all the rest of them, so I selected it, and I'm pleased I did as well, because it's looking great. So it do well in most gardens, like I say. I'm a bit of an ornamental grass gardener. I've got it paired up with Rudbeckia, with possibly my favourite grass here, which is China Clover rubra, which is really nice to couple with it, and a few other plants dotted around it, and it's sat in the middle, so it comes up and above them. So I really like it. I hope you'll like it. This one's with Helenium, Fierce Eagle, that one's coupled with, and it does well with that as well. So this is just further up the garden, and like I say, I pair it with my grasses as well, and it just looks superb. Everywhere you stand in the garden, you can't miss this one. it towers above everything else. So if you can get hold of at least a cultivar of this, do so. There's some smaller ones and some quite tall ones, and this is one of the taller ones, as are most of the purpureums. So that is a Eupatorium of Perfurium and my own variety, Skinny Mini. Look it up if you can, or at least look up Eupatorium Pepurium. Thanks for looking. I'll talk to you on the next one. Ta-da!